During a hospital fundraiser, my cousin joked, "Don't let him handle donations. He might spend them." I didn't react. 2 days later, the board received an anonymous report detailing her creative accounting. I've been on the hospital foundation board for 6 years. My cousin Sarah joined last year through family connections. She always treated me like the dumb one because I work in landscaping while she's in finance. The annual fundraiser was our biggest event of the year. We'd been planning for months, trying to raise money for the new pediatric wing. Sarah volunteered to handle the donation table, greeting donors and processing contributions. She loved being the face of things, shaking hands with wealthy contributors and posing for photos. I was there early like always, helping set up tables and chairs. Not glamorous work, but someone had to do it. Around noon, a major donor arrived. Mr. Chen had given over $50,000 to the hospital over the years. He approached the donation table and asked Sarah who was managing the foundation's finances this year. Sarah didn't hesitate. She laughed, gestured toward me across the room, and said loud enough for half the tent to hear, "Don't let him handle donations. He might spend them on fertilizer." People around her laughed. Mr. Chen looked uncomfortable but smiled politely. Sarah was beaming, clearly proud of her joke. I was carrying a stack of folding chairs at the time. I looked up, made eye contact with her, smiled, and went back to work. But here's what Sarah didn't know. I'm the foundation's treasurer. I handle every dollar that comes in and goes out. The board voted me in 4 years ago because I'm meticulous with numbers. My landscaping business does over $2 million in revenue annually. I didn't get there by being careless with money. And for 3 months, I'd been noticing problems with Sarah's expense reports. Small things at first. A $70 dinner at a steakhouse claimed twice, 2 weeks apart. Mileage reimbursements for trips to meet donors that didn't match the GPS logs I cross-referenced. Gift cards she said she purchased for volunteer appreciation that never made it to the volunteers. I'd been documenting everything quietly, creating a spreadsheet, matching every receipt to every bank statement, checking timestamps on photos she submitted as proof of donor meetings. I wanted to be absolutely certain before I said anything. Maybe it was honest mistakes. Maybe she was just disorganized. That comment at the fundraiser made my decision crystal clear. Sunday, I spent 8 hours going through 6 months of records. Every expense report Sarah had submitted, every donation she'd processed, every reimbursement she'd claimed. I organized it all chronologically, highlighted the discrepancies, attached supporting documentation, bank statements, credit card receipts, GPS data, witness statements from volunteers who never received those gift cards. The pattern was obvious once you laid it out. Duplicate charges, inflated mileage, phantom expenses, event supplies that were never delivered. It added up to just over $8,000 in fraudulent reimbursements. I didn't add any commentary, no accusations, just clean data, properly sourced and timestamped. I created an anonymous email account and sent the full report to the board chair and copied the hospital's legal team. Monday morning, I went to work like normal. Mowed lawns, trimmed hedges, met with clients about spring plantings. My phone stayed silent. Tuesday afternoon, the board chair called an emergency meeting. I sat quietly while they discussed the report, watched them examine the evidence, listened to them debate next steps. When they asked if I'd noticed anything unusual, I said I'd seen some irregularities but wanted the full board to review before jumping to conclusions. By Wednesday, Sarah was placed on administrative leave pending a formal investigation. The hospital's legal team started their own audit. They found more than I had. Her access to foundation accounts was immediately suspended. Thursday evening, my phone rang. It was Sarah crying. She was begging me to talk to the board, to tell them it was all a misunderstanding, that she'd made honest mistakes with the paperwork. I listened for a minute. Then I asked her one simple question. Would you trust me to handle donations? The line went silent. She knew I knew. After a long pause, she whispered, "How long have you known?" I didn't answer. Just told her she should talk to a lawyer and hung up. Sarah resigned Friday afternoon before they could formally terminate her. The family exploded. My aunt called me screaming about how I needed to defend Sarah. Fix this somehow. Other cousins were texting asking what I knew. I never mentioned my role. Just told everyone the same thing. Maybe she shouldn't have made that joke about people handling money.